Hi guys, we hope you are doing fine wherever you are. Once again, this is Joint Hands Green Life Trees, and we are coming to you from Kakrao area.
Yes.
Kakrao is a village within
Just next to Stella where our tree nursery is.
yeah, Kakrao is actually a trading center. It is also a ward. A ward is an administrative unit within a county. So it is the second administrative unit after a county under the devolved governance system back here in Kenya. And so today we happen to be visiting one of our key clients, whom we supply a lot with the tree seedlings. To start with, I'm called John Bosco for Joint Hands Green Life Trees.
And I'm Pamela for Joint Hands Green Life Trees.
Yeah.
Welcome to our video today.
And if you've not subscribed, please, we request you to just hit the subscribe button because
Yes.
so long as you've come across this video, because we show a lot more about farming and farming activities, forestry and agronomy activities taking place within Migori County. And so for today, we are visiting one of our farmers in Kakrao, a farmer who does some farming here and acquired some trees from us and was practicing agroforestry in his farm. And so we want to show you that. As I told you, we are in the village and you can see bulls walking around here and cows as well, and there is a calf following them in earnest. And we were just on a footpath, so we had to create space to allow them to pass. So we are walking in here. It is a cultivation season. People have cultivated maize. You can see corn on either side of this footpath. And looking around here, you can also see that this farmer planted lots and lots of grevillea trees. These are agronomy trees. And on this other end, this farmer has also planted, these trees are called, Pam, remind me, these are Agrocoppus?
Agrocoppus.
Yeah, Agrocoppus trees.
It's also an agroforestry trees and doesn't affect the crops that are beneath it.
Oh,
yes.
you hear that Agrocoppus is also an agroforestry tree and doesn't affect the crops that are growing around it.
Yeah.
And usually it is a fast grower. Very fast, and you can see the trunk is just so big and they've grown just so straight all the way, so that is one beauty of it. And most of the
as you can see, this farm has done a lot of pollarding.
Yeah,
just reduce the amount of shade from the canopy.
Wonderful. Yeah, so as you can see at the top there, these trees do not have a very heavy, usually they have very heavy foliage, but this farmer has done pollarding just to reduce the amount of foliage. And walking through this path, because we are walking through before we get to the farmer whom we intended to meet, who is also our key client. Along the way, you can see that these farms here are deliberately surrounded by this plant. This plant here has got flowers that look almost like sunflower. This here is called Tithonia diversifolia. Tithonia diversifolia grows just so much around here, and some people treat it as a weed, but it's not a weed per se. Tithonia diversifolia is a very nice tree to have around your garden. First of all, this tree here, traditionally here in Kenya, people use it as a pesticide and is also used as a fertilizer and is also medicinal. I remember when we were young, whenever yeah, there used to be stomach complications, and this was the medicine our parents mostly used. This Tithonia diversifolia.
Just taking the leaf and making some juice from the leaf.
Yeah, they would
pounding and then mixing with the water. Then you are told to drink. And it's so bitter.
It's just so bitter. You've given me memories. Yeah. So this they would extract juice from these leaves here, and this thing is bitter, I tell you. But this is what we drank in our childhood.
Nice treatment for the stomach.
Yeah, and
Almost instant.
almost instant. Yeah, so that is one fact about it, and it is also good for goats. I see goats
Yes,
love
goats
it.
love this tree so much, this shrub so much.
Yeah, so it is also fodder to the goats, and particularly the goats. I don't see cows eating them.
No, only the goats, not even sheep.
Yeah, not even sheep.
Yes.
I think I
But
don't.
goats tend to like these bitter herbs. I don't
Yeah,
know why.
yeah, goats tend to like. No wonder. No wonder they
And
are.
that's why the goat's meat is
Yeah,
sweeter.
goat meat tastes just so nice. Perhaps because they eat this bitter stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and goats again have limited ailments. I think because of the kind of things that goats
Yeah, the
eat.
kind of shrubs that they feed on.
Yeah, so they. Yeah, so that is it. We are.
Have you talked about this adding a lot of nitrogen in the
Oh
soil?
yeah, so so this plant here is also so good. By the way, for your information, Tithonia diversifolia, you can take your time to read about it. Tithonia diversifolia also has essential agronomical elements. It has essential elements like nitrogen, potassium and phosphorus. And usually when you want to plant, it's good to have it, to mix it up in the soil before you plant. Again, it is also a pesticide. The juice is extracted and is fermented for some time, and then you can have it into the spray cans, knapsack sprayer, and go spraying. Yeah, and go spraying it on the plants and all the vegetables. But when you use the leaves as fertilizer, it also provides the essential elements like NPK, nitrogen, potassium, and phosphorus. And also, one thing that I've also established is that where Tithonia has grown wild, when you want to cultivate that area, you do not even need any fertilizer. Usually that place remains just so fertile. Yeah, and so those are the good things about Tithonia diversifolia. You can give it a try. And also, it has very beautiful flowers. The flowers look like are in the shape of the sunflower, and they have a beautiful scent, and they also have just a beautiful appearance. And for those who are into beekeeping, it is also just so good. Around here, this farmer has also done. This is a farm in the neighboring where they've done sukuma wiki, and I can see they also have got lemongrass, and they also have got bananas.
Sorghum.
Yeah, and Kakrao happens to be, yeah, and Kakrao is one of the bread baskets for Migori town. These are the areas that produce just so much food for Migori town.
Yes.
And
Even on this side you can see cassava plantation.
yeah, because on this other end they've cultivated lots of cassava, and it is extending all the way to the other side over there. And so as I was telling you, Kakrao provides just so much food. When you look around back here, we also have got some livestock, and this livestock is just from a stream. They had been taken down the stream to drink water, and they are back home and feasting on napier grass. Yeah, and then in the end, they also produce manure, and this manure is used for improving soil for agricultural purposes. So this fence here is now the home to our client. We've been supplying him quite much, and today we just came over to see the progress of what he did, because most of the farmers, sometimes we meet them and we talk to them about we talk to our farmers about how to plant the stuff they buy from us. But now, sometimes you talk to them, but it is also important taking time to visit and see, how much they've done to do a follow-up. So we talked to this farmer about agroforestry trees and the necessity to plant agroforestry trees, and why they need a live hedge, and more of a live hedge than an artificial hedge, why they would need a green wall around their home. And so here the construction of the gate, this is a wall for the gate, and so far it is the only wall that has been done so far, and it is on either side. You can look around over there. There is that other wall, and then there is this one here. The two walls are meant to erect the gate. But when you look around down here, along the fence, they've also done, they've planted K apples. K apples are also called Dovialis.
So
Kafra.
just to clarify,
Yes, please, Pam.
this farmer wanted to do food forest.
Yeah, intended to
And,
do a food
Yeah,
forest.
it's intended to do a food forest.
Yeah,
And that's why it all started with the fence. You can see the chain link here
Yeah.
of protection, so that it could protect the plants that are going to be planted inside here.
yeah,
And then we advised on a line of Dovialis Kafra.
Yeah.
Since Dovialis Kafra gets thick
yeah,
and is thorny,
yeah,
and then a line of Acacia.
yes,
And then you can see the third line should be of Lucina or Caliandra.
yeah,
So this is one line, then this is a line of Acacia,
yeah,
and this is another line of
Caliandra.
This is, Lucina.
yeah,
So this line, the third line consists of Lucina
and Caliandra. Yeah,
And these things are about 1 month old.
yeah,
Yes, since they were planted, then now it's now 1 month.
yeah,
Yes, and inside here was also intending to do some vegetables and fruits here.
yeah. And looking around, I can see that they have done this work here all around the perimeter fence. The whole farm here is about an acre, just about an acre or so. It is just so big, or slightly more than an acre from what I see. And so they've planted here. They've already done a green wall, as you've been told. We have K apples to the extreme end of the fence, and we have got acacia to the second line, and then the third line that has got this here is Lucina and Caliandra. Yeah, they've done a mix of Lucina and Caliandra. Why Lucina and Caliandra? The two trees. Pam, tell us about them.
Lucina and Caliandra are nitrogen fixers.
Yes.
And they are used as fodder.
Yeah.
They can also be used as firewood or fuelwood.
Yeah.
Yeah, whichever. And this farmer intends to use the whole of this place. He'll be putting up his building, his home. It's a home.
Yeah, a home will be here.
Yeah, it's going to establish his home here.
Yeah.
But he wants to build a home when he already has an established food forest.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, and so it is then also to note is that already he has put up some vegetable in this farm here, and the vegetables are sukuma wiki, and you can see them here, and this whole line here is of sukuma wiki, and looking around all of that place there is sukuma wiki, and a lot of sukuma wiki planting has just taken place here. This is what this farmer is working towards, to see that he has achieved food security. And by the time he'll be doing the house, because he'll be putting up the main house to the other side, the other forested side of the farm, but now this other side here will remain a food forest, and so he already putting up the vegetable. And it's not about the vegetable alone. We also came over to check on how he has planted his fruit trees, because we supplied fruit trees as well, and so we would want to see how the planting took place and how things are here. This here is the entire garden as it looks. Looking really nice, and the initiative he has taken is already just so impressive. But now checking on the fruits, there's a whole line of fruit trees that are planted here. Pam, yeah. Is this really the right spacing?
No, this is not the right way to do it, because you know, when we supply for somebody to do it his way,
yeah,
at times it becomes a mess.
Yeah.
Like this is not the right way.
Yeah, the spacing.
These two are lemons. They are so close together.
Yeah.
And then that is a pixie orange.
Pixie orange. Also.
The two are pixies.
Yeah.
And then apples, then avocado. I think the whole, and everything is just put in a straight line.
Yeah.
And are close together. So I think we'll have to reorganize everything.
Uh-huh.
Because we have talked to the farmer that we
Yeah.
are going to reorganize to help him reorganize these fruit trees,
Yeah.
especially the fruit trees.
And apparently the farmer works a little far away from here, and this is a proposed home. So he'll be putting up a home here. He doesn't stay here.
Yeah.
So we thought we would catch up, but we missed out on each other while communicating and making effort to come over here together. But at the moment we'll come over here together, we will we've actually made the recommended advice on spacing between, let's say, the lemon tree that you see here, the two lemon trees, the spacing is just too close. So we will be removing one so that we place elsewhere.
Or we can just maybe put them within this garden,
Yeah.
but leaving enough space for the vegetables as well.
Uh-huh.
Yes, because we are creating a forest.
Yeah.
Yes, but this is just an alley of fruit trees.
But Pamela, I also think that if we give them the right, if we do the right spacing, even vegetables can still be planted within the fruit trees. Yeah. So to avoid a case in which we have trees to one side and vegetables the other side, we simply do the right spacing so that much more work can be done.
Can be done within the garden.
Yeah, can be done within the garden. Yeah. And so this is a pixie orange, and this as well is another pixie orange, and we have an apple tree, and yet another apple tree. So we have lots of apple trees. Here is another one. They are just a good number, but the spacing is just too close to call. And so we will be reviewing all this and arranging them accordingly. There is an avocado tree here and yet another avocado tree, and the two are just too closely placed. And so we've made all the recommendation, and it extends all the way. It extends all the way to the other side of the fence, and we are recommending to our farmer that they'll have to review. We'll have to assist them to review this.
And I think when he was planting these things,
yeah,
he didn't consider the canopy forms of each and every fruit tree here.
Yeah.
Yes, because avocado tree may have a wider canopy, a wider canopy than the apples.
Than the apple. Yeah.
Yes, so mixing avocado, putting avocado next to the apple will affect the production of the apple because it will be overshaded.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, so you get the point. And so this is the whole proposed homestead where our client intends to put up his home and also to have his garden. And you can see around that this place, actually it is a place that was bought. It's not ancestral land. And so when he came in, he had to review a couple of things. You can see some large trees over there. That is an avocado tree, and we have large avocado trees here. I think those ones he might have to spare because getting a tree to this size is usually not so easy. So we are recommending that he spares these ones, and also they'll provide him with the shade. It will be a shade, and also he will be getting the fruits from it. And Kakrao is usually so rocky. It has lots of rocks, and which have got both advantage and disadvantage. And the advantage in here is that at the time of construction, this house, he has all the stones, and he will use the stones quite readily available for the work that he would want to do here. And also, if he'll want to do ballast, it will be right here. So that is one advantage of acquiring. Yeah, so this is one advantage of acquiring a piece of land in a place like Kakrao. And then Kakrao is not too far from Migori town. So for those who would want to settle at a place next to the urban areas of Migori, urban periphery of Migori, then Kakrao is the ideal place to go for. And the population in Kakrao is not so dense, so it is quite an ideal place. And as I said, that the advantage of having a piece of land in Kakrao is that you can have the stones and you can do the ballast. And so our client here has already done his ballast, and the work seemingly is ongoing. Lots of rocks already broken down into ballast, and this is an occupation here in Kakrao where people normally take their time to crack the stones into ballast.
And how do they sell this after?
Usually they
After
sell
breaking these pieces into these stones into small pieces.
yeah, when they break them into ballast, usually a wheelbarrow goes for, is it around 250 to 300 shillings, and then yeah, and then the tipper, I don't quite recall how much a tipper goes for. We'll get to find out that.
But this business is a lot. It's just too much around this area.
In
Because of the
Kakrao
stones
ward,
break.
in Kakrao ward, this is the business, and I think we'll be showing you. We'll get to a site. This site is quiet today because they are not breaking the rocks, but we'll get you to a site where such an activity is ongoing, and we'll show you. And it doesn't end at that. Our client again is intending to keep poultry, and poultry will serve in several ways. So he has already started constructing the poultry house. Here is the poultry house. It is the construction is ongoing and in high gear. The structure, as you can see, is made of tin, of iron sheets. I don't know how it will be, but because we are not here for the last time, we'll still be here to show after the poultry will have been brought in, and also see the progress of the program. And also of importance to note is that this will be a source of food, not only for him, but he can also supply into hotels to various clients around. And also this will also provide manure, because poultry provide manure, and will be a source of eggs. So there's just so much of intended business here. And looking around here, more of rocks are being mined. They are mining more and more rocks here to create space for construction of the intended house.
And just a minute.
Yes, Pam.
With all these rocks are just removed from.
Yeah, absolutely.
So whenever they dig a place like this, they get the rocks out.
Yeah, they get the rocks out.
Oh.
Yeah, so they mine the rocks.
Okay.
Yeah, and rock mining is just so much here, just so rampant. You can see lots and lots of holes have been dug here. These rocks have been dug, like this place here is already an open hole, and there's a whole heap of rocks to my background there. Let me move closer so that you may be able to see. There are several heaps of rocks that are placed here, and all this will be important at the time of construction. Finally the time of construction comes, this will be readily available. The advantage of acquiring a piece of land in Kakrao ward, in the peripheries or in the outskirts of Migori town. So that is what we intended to bring you today. We are coming to the tail end of this video, but I think and hope that you've picked a few lessons, and we have informed you about just so much that you might want to achieve, that you might want to do in Kakrao ward. Pam, what are we leaving out?
No, we've talked about everything. I think we've clarified everything.
Yeah.
Not much.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So guys, we came over here to assess this project. We've done the assessment, and so far so good. There are a few areas that we need to do correction in terms of agroforestry, and that we'll be undertaking that. And today we are spending better part of the day visiting our farmers. We are just from one farmer whom we had gone to visit, and we didn't quite find him. What is that project called? He's doing maize, and in the maize.
Doing maize, and it's just a forest gardening.
Yeah.
But he has fish.
Yeah, fish
He's
pond.
rearing fish. He has livestock.
Yeah.
And we did the green wall as well.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So
it's just a complete agroforestry system.
Yeah. So we'll be showing you some other farmers whom we are visiting, but we saw it wise to bring you this that we've just updated you on. We are so grateful. If you come across our video, please do not forget to subscribe to our channel. You can as well like and share. and you can make a comment just to make us get informed more about what we need to bring to you.
Yeah.
From us at Joint Hands Green
Green
Life
Life
Trees,
Trees.
we have no much. Thank you so much for subscribing to our channel and for remaining our follower. Thank you and enjoy the rest of your day.